Hey everyone, welcome back to the film Frontline. I'm so excited you're here because today we are diving into something that is absolutely mind-bending. If you've been looking for that next cinematic experience that isn't just a movie, but a total sensory overload, then you need to listen up. We are talking about Sirat, the latest masterpiece from director Oliver Laxey that literally just took the Cannes Film Festival by storm. This isn't your typical road trip flit, Maz. This is an apocalyptic, techno-thumping journey through the Moroccan desert that feels like a fever dream you never want to wake up from. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's break down why Surat is currently the talk of the industry. The setup for Sirat starts off surprisingly grounded, but don't let that fool you. It gets wild fast. We follow Luis, played with incredible intensity by Sergi Lopez. Luis is a father on a mission that would break most people. He's searching for his missing daughter, Mar, and where does he look? In the middle of secret underground raves held deep in the Moroccan desert. Imagine this, subwoofers literally shaking the sand until it feels like the ground is levitating, dust clouds catching the light like something out of a futuristic dream, and music so loud you can feel it in your bones. It's giving major Matrix Zion rave vibes, but with a gritty, realistic edge. Luis has his young son, Esteban, in tow, which adds this layer of vulnerability to the whole situation. You're watching this man drag his child through these hedonistic environments because his desperation to find his daughter outweighs everything else. Eventually, Luis links up with a group of hardcore ravers, Tonin, Jade, Biggie, Steph, and Josh. These characters are fascinating because they've clearly been living in the desert for a long time. They're fueled by psychedelics and a live like there's no tomorrow energy, which is fitting because in the background of this movie, it seems like the world is actually ending. Director Oliver Laxey does something brilliant here. He doesn't give us big news broadcasts or giant explosions. Instead, we get these tiny, eerie snippets, soldiers appearing out of nowhere, or a weird radio soundbite about a global war. It makes the desert feel like the only place left on Earth that matters. As the group pushes deeper into the dunes to find the next big party, the movie transforms. It becomes less about the search for Mar and more about the bond Luis and Esteban form with these strangers. There's a beautiful, tragic irony here. As the world falls apart, these people find a new kind of family. The cinematography is breathtaking. Huge, sweeping vistas of the desert that make you feel tiny and insignificant, contrasted with the pounding, aggressive techno score that keeps the adrenaline at an all-time high. It's very reminiscent of the energy we saw in Challengers, but way more apocalyptic. Now, I have to warn you, Sirat doesn't stay a fun desert party movie. It takes a hard, gut-wrenching turn into bleak tragedy. Laxey isn't afraid to show violence or the sheer mayhem that comes with the end of the world. The shift is jarring because we've spent so much time falling in love with this ragtag group of survivors. Seeing Luis and Esteban's personal tragedy get swallowed up by the literal apocalypse is heavy. It forces us to ask, what do we hold on to when everything is disappearing? For these characters, it's one last dance, one last look at the stars, or one last moment of connection. It's deeply sad, surprisingly funny in its absurdity, and absolutely insane all at once. Honestly, I'm still processing this one. Sirat feels like a drug trip gone wrong, but in the best way possible for a cinema lover. What I loved most was how it balanced that massive, mythological scale with such an intimate story about a father and son. It's raw, it's loud, and it's unapologetically bold. The performances are top tier. Sergi Lopez brings a dad strength that is so grounded, making the more surreal elements of the film feel earned. And that soundtrack? It's a character of its own. If you're a fan of movies that push the boundaries of storytelling and visuals, this is a must-watch. It's easily one of the most ambitious films we've seen in years, and it proves that Oliver Laxey is a visionary we need to keep our eyes on. It doesn't rely on cheap jump scares or over-the-top CGI. It relies on atmosphere and pure, unadulterated emotion. So, what do you guys think? Does a techno-infused road trip through an apocalyptic desert sound like your kind of vibe? Or does the bleakness sound a bit too intense for a Friday night? I want to hear your theories on what that global war in the background actually represents. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe to the Film Frontline for more deep dives into the biggest movies and industry news. I'm here to keep you updated on everything worth watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.